yellow tape shit.
What's going on, guys? Talman Purple here with Yellow Tape DFS, here to give you my week 3 of the NFL main slate takes. We're going to start off by going into Vegas odds. You'll see here Chicago against the Browns. It's going to be 18.75, 26 and 25. The Browns looking at 47 opened, but it's at 45 live, so they downtrend 2 points. Cardinals and Jags at 51.5 in favor of the Cardinals. You have the Chargers and the Chiefs at 54.5 in favor of the Chiefs. Then you have the football team and the Bills at 45.5 in favor of the Bills. The Colts and the Titans at 48 in favor of the Titans. Bengals and Pittsburgh in favor of the Steelers. Saints and Patriots barely in favor of the Patriots, 2.5 points. Falcons and Giants. Giants are favored by a field goal. All right, then you're looking at 50 points for the Ravens and the Lions, favoring the Ravens by just about a touchdown. The Dolphins and the Raiders at 44, favoring the Raiders by just over a field goal. Then you have the Jets and the Broncos at 41.5, favoring the Broncos by about a touchdown and a field goal. You have the Bucks and the Rams trending at 55.5 points, saying the Bucks are going to win by 1. Then you have the last game on the main slate of the Seahawks and the Vikings going at 55 points, showing Seahawks winning by 2. All right, let's check the weather conditions real quick. Everything looks great. Nothing to worry about in weather conditions at all. Think we'll be perfectly fine there. Moving along, let's check out a player base. So for quarterbacks, I'm definitely liking Kyler Murray. This guy's gone nothing under 34 points. He's had a 34-point performance week 1, 38-point performance week 2, going against a terrible Jacksonville team. I don't see him lightening the trend up. I see this guy still going out and scoring a ton. Is he priced up? Yes, he is. But I don't see this being one of those slates where you want to pay down to very many people at all. Mahomes, I love this game. Another high point total. I also like the run back with Herbert. Lamar Jackson. I mean, we just saw Aaron Jones had 4 touchdowns against Detroit. I do believe Lamar Jackson is their number 1 running back, even though he's the quarterback. So I definitely will have some exposure to him. I do like Russell Wilson against Minnesota. Maybe some arguable consideration for Cousins. I'm not really trying to get there too much myself, but he's not out of the picture. Josh Allen, Brady, definite honorable mentions. Let's check some of the wear down. I know Daniel Jones, he's going to be trending this week going against the Falcons. Terrible defense. I mean, both of these teams are not the greatest, but if this man is playing like he did last game, and I'm not saying this here because of my fanship, he looked good. It was the first time I was able to say that he looked real good. So hopefully he can keep that trend going. Maybe the Giants will get some steam rolling. I do like him this week at 5,800. I do think he'll get you somewhere between 23 and 25 Draftkings points. So that's something I would look at. And then if you did want to take another shot in the dark, I don't mind going down to Jacoby Brissett at 4,900. All right, Tua's out. Brissett's there. This guy's been a good quarterback for other teams as a backup. I'm not necessarily sure that this is any bit of a downgrade for Miami. It may be an upgrade. So at 4,900, if you did want to get a value quarterback, I think this would be the guy. All right, so keep that in mind. For some reason, if Ben does not play, Mason Rudolph I would also have as a consideration to play. All right, then moving along to running backs. Derrick Henry, King Henry, always in play. Dalvin Cook, why not? Just watch injury news, because if he doesn't play, then obviously, Madison would be a nice play, and he's already priced up to like 6K. So we have Alvin Kamara. I think this is a great look here against the Patriots. Don't mind running him. Austin Eckler, we know the Chiefs struggle against catching backs. Eckler's just a beast. I can see him having a decent game there. Barkley's priced down 6,500. I mean, the matchup couldn't couldn't be more enticing. It's definitely a mouth-watering play there. Just plug him in a couple of lineups. You don't have to have full exposure to him, but I could definitely see this guy being able to go off here. He has been increasing his role, his touches, so something to definitely look into. Let's further down. I mean, we can mention Swift and Tyson Williams. I don't mind them. Same thing with Chase Edmonds. And then going to cheaper running backs, I do like Kenyon Drake. I don't think Josh Jacobs is playing. All right. Uh, with that being said, 5,500. What are we doing here? We're getting 6-7 touches a game, and then about 5 or 6 targets a game. With no Jacobs, that'll increase. Definitely like the way that looks. Further than that, I do like Mike Davis, James White, and then my play that nobody's talking about, Cordell Patterson. I do happen to think Cordell Patterson could be very sneaky at 4,600 if you're looking for a cheaper running back to throw in your lines. Let's not let's give an honorable mention for Michael Carter. I know he's going against a great defense, so I may not have much at him, but for 4,600 for a starting running back, I mean he's just got to be in some sort of consideration. Maybe a dart throw. Moving along to wide receivers, we're gonna have Tyreek Hill at the top. I mean, that's a definite. DeAndre Hopkins, Stephon Diggs, Tyler Lockett. All 4 of these guys are in play. Moving further down, who else do I like? Calvin Ridley, he's not bad to throw in there. I mean, once again, they're playing the Giants. So Cooper Kupp, huge guy there. Keenan Allen, A.J. Brown, Julio, Mike Williams. All those guys are in play for me as well. Juju Smith-Schuster, I like him no matter who's throwing the ball. I think he's in a great spot this week as well. You got to watch for news on Galladay. If he plays, I think this is going to be a decent play for him. He's in a great spot. Same thing with Hollywood Brown, Pittman Jr. Those guys are in play. Jamar Chase. Got to love it. Christian Kirk, even though it doesn't look like he's on the start of the depth chart, it's like Rondell Moore is there, but either or, I like both of them. Don't know exactly what they're trying to do there. Odell Beckham is coming back, so he could be an honorable mention as well. There's more we were talking about. Corey Davis, don't have a problem with him. Marvin Jones Jr., I like this guy as well. Further down, you have Fuller, A.J. Green, and Chenault. All right, now if you want any cheaper wide receivers, let's go to, I like for the cheaper end, I like Duvernay, Cephas, Braxton Berrios. Beyond that, De'Ami Brown, Zacchaeus, Osborne, Jefferson, Deontay Harris, Marquise Goodwin. And then the other one most people already know about, Scotty Miller, especially because it looks like Antonio Brown will be missing due to COVID. So, Scotty Miller, you're in for a great role at 3,100. Let's get this guy the ball. Now, the other thing is, if Scotty Miller does not play, or if he doesn't get many touches, if I remember correctly, the other guy that will benefit the workload costs $100 cheaper. His minimum salary is Tyler Johnson. All right, so that's just something else to keep in mind. Moving along to tight ends. You got Travis Kelce, Darren Waller, Rob Gronkowski, T.J. Hawkinson, Kyle Pitts, Noah Fant. All of those guys are in play. All right, now if you want to go a little cheaper, we can look at Higbee, Cook, Jack Doyle. It looks like Wentz is on track to play. Definitely don't mind him. Sneaky play, 3K flat, Kyle Rudolph. We don't know if Ingram's not playing, or if he is playing, rather. If he's not, Rudolph is fantastic. If Ingram does play, is he going to get much run? I don't know, but the tight end spot is great against Atlanta. has been for years. Further down, Gerald Everett. And if you need anything even further down than that, the sneaky play here, because O'Shaughnessy is out, we have Manhurts at 2,700, starting tight end in Jacksonville. If you needed a punt play there, defense, I mean, that's really up to you. If you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Smash that like button. If you haven't done so already, ring the bell notification so you can stay up to date on all the current content that's coming out. If you haven't done so already, follow me on Twitter where I do post my lineups an hour prior to lock. You get a free lineup from me on Twitter at TowelmanPurple. Now, what I'll go ahead and do here is I'm going to give you guys my core 4 plays. Tyler Lockett is one of my core 4 there. Chenault. Hawkinson. And we have Kenyon Drake at 5,500. Okay, these are my core 4 plays at the moment. When I say at the moment, these 3 guys are my core plays. I'm using Kenyon Drake at the moment because I'm not 100% certain that Jacobs is not playing. I mean, he's considered doubtful. So in my mind, he's not playing. If that's the case, then this core 4 is fantastic. I would really advise doing that. If you really want to stay up to date, once again, check me out on Twitter. You will see the lineup get posted. Hopefully this is enough information to give you guys some plays to get into the green. Hope you guys have a great one. Let's get this money. And until next time, you guys stay safe.